Welcome back to another special episode of Minecraft World of Teams. Now, last episode of the special edition that I'm doing on Minecraft for this, I'll say this weekend. So, in the last episode, I made a Team Red base, in case you're wondering why that is. So if you are ready and prepared for this special episode, we're going to be making Team Blue. You're probably wondering how I'm going to do that. Well, guess what? I could do anything in Creative. Just a heads up on that in case you're wondering. And again, I am Survival Man. So here we are going to build Team Blue. You're probably wondering why I'm in front of an ocean area. Or watery location. Well, guess what? You'll see why. So, the best thing I'm going to do, and you're going to see what I'm going to do before I even get there. Boom! Look at that, everyone. I'm underwater, but this will be just only for 3 minutes. So I don't really need a whole lot of this. So I'm going to grab an item here, if I can, that is. And I'm going to bring up the heck? Okay. Weird. This is what I don't like about being underwater, is that it takes a sweet little time just to get it all the way up onto the surface, and that's exactly right where I need it. Hey, don't want to mine that block. Now, if you're doing this in the water, I would say, I would literally do it on like an island like that right over here, and then just place the blocks all the way out into the ocean as far as you want. But this is as far as I'm going to go. So just a heads up on that. So I'm going to place it about, let's say it right here. And then I'm going to place a blue block. I'm using lapis lazuli. But if you have blue wool, perfect. But just be aware that if you use that, be aware of fire, because that's it. That's ain't gonna save you. It really isn't, and it basically will. Yeah. Be careful. That's all I can say. So a solid block is workable. So I'm going to place quite a lot of these. So I'm going to go about here. As you can see, my potion effects are now no longer there. So, because I don't need it now, since I'm already out of the water, right where I need to be anyway. So one more block right here, and bring that all the way right here, and place. Now, once you've done that, you can get rid of the blocks that you're currently using. And you're just going to place it just like this. So you make sure you have a ring like this that is big enough area for you. So you have enough walking space area. I did make this before, but this space is not easy to get to. Why? Because look how high it is off the water there. You might have questions that are unanswered. How are you going to get there? I can't fly. Well, I'm going to answer those questions for you. Just gotta wait and see what those answers will be once I get to that point. But just keep in mind, if you're placing blocks like this, you want to be careful, because if you drop in the water and you don't have the flight ability, like I do right now, make sure that you are in crouch mode. So if you're doing it like this, just walking around on a platform like this, make sure your character is shown in the screen. Why? I'm in crouch. I'm not falling off, because it saves you from falling off the edge. It really does. But your walking speed is very minimal, which means very low speed. But if you have the crouch enabled, not enabled, I should say, you will fall off like that. But make sure you have a way to get back up. So if you don't have a way to get up, make a ledge down to the water so that you can just hop up and just get and finish what you're doing. But make sure you take that away, because you don't need that to get up there. There's another way you could do it, just without having any monsters at any time getting to your base. But make sure you have light, because monsters can spawn anywhere. Not just grass blocks, they can spawn on blocks like these. Make sure you have light, otherwise they will spawn right here and they can just kill you in an instant and potentially destroy your so-called structure that you're currently building, and that could be annoying. I've had that happen to me before. Yes, it has happened to me before. And indeed, it has. So, again, you are going to put one single ring, one block away from the edge. And once I'm finished here, you are going to see how it's supposed to be. As you can see, right where I'm placing it, you have an idea, but when I go up, or fly up, I should say, you are going to see how the ring is supposed to look. So I'm going to go right here about the middle, and so you really can't see it there. So what I'm going to do is go to host options and set it to day. Boom. Makes it a little easier on you, doesn't it? But make sure that the ring is one block, and make sure it's a ring, like you see there. No floor needed. You got one right here. But why do I say you've got a floor like right here inside the ring? Well, you are going to need, I'm going to replace this for a water bucket. Why? You'll find out. Now, and I'm going to take this and get a torch. Or, if you want, you can actually make this. take this torch and replace it now with that, actually. Replace it with the jack-o'-lanterns. And yes, you can create it with torches and pumpkins. Is how it's created. So then you just need to create the torches, which gives you 4 of them. Get 4 pumpkins, and add the 4 torches to them. You've got 4 jack-o'-lanterns altogether. But make sure you have a seed from the pumpkins. So you gotta make sure that you have a, like I said in the last episode, make sure you have a farmland near your base or your home that you made already. Make a farmland, put the pumpkin seeds in it, and it's like a stalk. Just sitting there. Don't mind the stalk. It produces pumpkins every time. So once you mine the pumpkin, come back in about 2 minutes. There's another pumpkin. Mine that, come back 2 minutes, boom, there's another one. So it's endless pumpkins. So just keep that in mind. If you want pumpkins, that's the way to do it. And I might have to show you that at some point, but not in this episode. Because there's a lot going on in this episode that you don't really know what's going to take place. So I'm going to go here. And then place here. Basically as you can see what I'm doing currently, I'm placing water around the base. So you might think it's really neat of how I'm doing this, but just keep in mind that if you are doing this, sometimes mobs, such as monsters, will still be able to get up here. So I have something in return to save that from chaos. So you're going to need a fence of any kind, but make sure it's an actual wooden fence or a cobblestone wall or mossy cobblestone wall if you can make it. And once you have either one of those, doesn't matter which one, as long as it's 1.5 blocks high, because that's how high the fences are. And you can only jump about 1 block. So 0.5, you can't really jump it. So that's why I said you need a fence gate. So you're going to need that. I'm using currently, as you can see, nether brick fence, but you can't really read that, but I'm going to read each one that I am using currently. So then you're going to place the fence on the actual ring, but make sure you leave 1 space behind. But you're going to hear the actual water, just, around you. Don't worry. It ain't nothing. Nothing's gonna happen. It's just the sound effects of the water. So don't worry about it. So since you made the fence there, now I'm gonna show you what this water's meant for. So you can just drop down in the water, but guess what? You're in the water. Just like that. Now, isn't that cool? Now, what's really cool about this is that once you go in, it's even cooler, which is nice. I don't mind, though, autosave, because I'm already at a location where I can just drop, right here. Not that bad. So, in that matter, I'm going to put a smaller ring. About, I'm not going to be precise because the base here itself is not that big of a space for you need to have that many blocks to put a house in here. So it's just going to be a room by room, I would say. But if you want a room make sure it's higher than the fence. Because you already know already. I don't have to keep telling you. You put up against the fence. Look. It connects to the fence. You don't want that. But I even told you anyways, but just to be sure that it makes sure it's at least one block higher than the fence. So I would say your rooms will be up here on this ledge. Just right there. But it's not as big as you're going to get it, but you can have many rooms as you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple things here. I'm going to make a room right here. And it's going to be about that wide. And then I'm going to have a smaller room, so this will be like your, I don't know, like your kitchen or something, if you want it to be. But hey, it's up to you. Smaller rooms, bigger rooms, can potentially lead to, you know, depending on what you want it. So if you want like this to be your kitchen, I would say a 5 by 5. So that it leaves like an entrance right here, and then you have like a wall here, or like the ledges that I showed you, or the slabs that I showed you for the other kitchen in last episode. I'm probably going to do that for this one too. So let's say you want to have like a library or something. You want to make sure the room is big enough for that. Really. You really want to make sure it's big enough. Because the library itself, I would have to say, oh, I don't want to get this wrong really. Don't really want to get this wrong. I really don't. So what I could do is that have the enchantment table sitting right here, and then have the library walls here, from here to here to here to there. So it's pretty much going to be right there, and then your entrance will be basically like right here. And then you could enter right through the little entryway to the actual enchantment table right here. So I'm going to leave that there. So that's basically where I'm going to put the library for now. And then if you want, let's say, a deck, just look outside if you want. And I'm going to put like a little special awning, which is going to be all glass. So you don't have to worry about rain or thunder to get hit by none of that. Any of that. Trust me. I know. No one doesn't want to get hit by thunder. That is the last thing they don't want to deal with. Trust me. Oh. I've seen people where they got hit by thunder. Oh man. Those were not fun. Let me just put it that. Actually, let me just put it that way. But I'm actually going to make it day yet again. And keep the daylight cycle off. So I can just get this done. And I'm going to put this here. You hear the water sounds? Don't worry about it. Trust me, don't worry about it. So like I said, the actual library wall is going to be outside of this too, but it's also going to be inside. So I'm going to grab that now so that I don't have to worry about it later. So I'm going to grab the bookshelves, is what you're going to need. And they only need to be about that high. And the ceiling is going to be up one more layer once I get the other rooms complete. So I'm going to mine this here. Leave that here, and I'm going to go about here. Mine that here. Boom, 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 boom. Done. Now the library is complete. Now it's not complete with a enchantment table, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that. So I don't need this now. And I'm going to replace it with that. And the enchantment table is now officially, well, sitting there. Now the recipe for that is 4 obsidians, 2 diamonds, and 1 book. That's all you need. To make a book is 3 pieces of paper and 1 leather from either a cow or a horse, if you ever found one. Now, as you can see right here in the screen here, I'm just going to go down just a tad here. You can see in there in the screen, just a tad. If it does again, see, there it is. Do you see that? That's, I don't know what they're called, but they're a specialty to the enchantment table. So anytime you get into the enchantment table, it gives you more bigger stuff, better enchantments, better stuff in some way. So that's why I said it's better if you have a library within the area here. So I'm going to put that 1 layer right there. And like I said, I'm going to leave this, let's see. And I think I forgot what I said my deck would have been. But you know what? It don't matter. Because once I figure out where the deck is going to be, is basically right where it's going to be. So, once I complete this, I might have to do this in 2 parts because the other video was pretty long. Because this space is going to take a while. Actually, this might be my deck here. So I'm going to put that there. As you can see in the distance, there's the red team base sitting right over there. There's the crosshairs on it. So the crosshair is now on it, and you could see the red team base right over there. So I'm gonna try to finish the walls if I can, that is. And then I will finish off the rest on a separate episode. So now, since you have a deck right there, all you have to do is basically have a way to get up in here, and you can see all around you, but the glass is going to be in your way, but don't worry about it. You can see everything except behind you, pretty much. Now, I'm going to put, see here, if I can find a way to get you guys up there to this here. So I'm going to put a special ring here. You're going to see why I put that there. And I'm going to put this right here. And then have the entrance right here. So then you can just go up the ladder, which I'm going to add to it, which is right here, which is 7 sticks, and it's, when you make it, it's an actual H. Keep that in mind. So put the ladder there, climb up, but make sure you don't fall off the little ring that I made. And then you can just go to all the rooms around you. So, not a big deal. So I'm going to make this quick. So if I want to make it quick, I can most certainly can. Right here. I've got the potion that I need to move faster. So I'm going to move quicker, a little quicker here. So you've got like a little bedroom right here, and that's basically what it's going to be. Your little bedroom here. And then over here, like I said, is going to be your kitchen. That is not going to be that much of a kitchen, but still. But making the roof is another matter. So I'm actually going to roof it right now. But I'm actually going to do it like this, so it's a lot easier for most people, because one, making a like a V, upside down V shape on all the houses, I would say, because if you make a base that's like the way I did it, man, I'm telling you, not gonna look good. So, unfortunately, I'm gonna end it right here. So, if you like this video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you would like to see more of these team color bases, please also leave a comment for that. And until then, I'm Survival Man. I'll catch you guys in the next episode of Team Base Blue. Of World of Minecraft World of Teams. See you then.